Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a kindergarten curriculum haul to share with you guys. Now if you're new here, my name is Nicole and I'm a homeschooling mom to 3 kiddos. This year I have a kindergartner, preschooler, and a baby. We're an eclectic homeschool family that's mostly inspired by the Charlotte Mason, Montessori, and Waldorf methods. So you're going to see quite a bit of variety here today. I should also mention that kindergarten is not legally required in our state unless the child has previously been enrolled in public schools. So we personally do not have to worry about any kind of requirements and meeting those this year for kindergarten. I will also try to link as much as I can for you guys today down in the description box in case you want to look into any of the materials further. A lot of the Waldorf supplies I'm going to share with you guys today came from either Bella Luna Toys or childsdream.com. And then we also got quite a few things from Amazon and Etsy as well. All right, without further ado, let's get into the haul.
Okay, so we're gonna start with math. Now math is a subject that we're still keeping pretty informal yet being intentional about. And we're not following any particular curriculum or workbook, but we do have lots of resources available. And the first resource that I want to share with you guys are some board games. Now games are a great way for little ones to learn math. And the first one we have here is Sum Swamp, and this is an addition and subtraction game by Learning Resources. And this is great for adding and subtracting digits 1 through 6. It helps little ones learn what the operations look like, as well as odds and evens, and of course adding and subtracting. And then another game we have is called Sums in Space. So it's very similar concept to Sum Swamp, though this one uses digits 0 through 9 and also covers odds and evens, and then it also compares numbers and introduces concepts such as greater than, less than, and equal to. So I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of fun playing those. And then the next thing I have to share with you guys for math are these Unifix cubes. Now we like to use lots of different manipulatives in our homeschool, though these Unifix cubes seem to be the favorite. Even my 3-year-old just likes to play and build with these. But these are really so great, and they're really designed to grow with your child. You can use these for pattern work, you can use these for counting and sequencing, you can use them for adding and subtracting. You can use them as an introduction to measurement. You can use it for graphing. And you can even use them for multiplication and division. And it's really nice that it comes with this little activity booklet. Gives you lots of different ideas on how to use them. So there's that. And then I also picked up just a 100s chart numbers poster that I'm just gonna hang on the fridge. That way it'll be visible to my children at any time. Okay. Next I have this wooden math board to share with you guys. Now I got this off of Etsy, and this comes with these wooden cards that have numbers on them. Now these are reversible and go up to the number 20. And it also comes with these nice wool balls to use as the manipulative. And then the board itself is also reversible. So the first side here is for counting, again up to the number 20, which will be great for my preschooler. And then on the flip side, there's a spot for subtraction and a spot for addition, and this will be great for my kindergartner. I also picked up this Grimm's Counting with Colors wooden numbers board. And this is just absolutely beautiful, you guys. It's just gorgeous like all other toys made by Grimm's. This educational toy is absolutely phenomenal. It's actually a 2-layered board, and here's a little glimpse of what the second layer looks like. This board was quite pricey, but it will stay with us for quite a number of years, so definitely worth the investment. because there's so many different ways that you can use it. You can use it for number recognition and sequencing. You can use it for counting by 2s, 5s, 10s, etc. You can use it for adding and subtracting and dividing, and you can use it as a multiplication chart. And it does also come with a pamphlet that gives you tons of ideas on how to use it. So making a number snake, again, adding and subtracting, making numbers greater than 100 and greater than 1,000, multiplication chart, dividing, just so many different ways you can use it, you guys. It's really such a great resource for math. I also found this foam clock at one of our local thrift stores, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And at some point I will probably also pick up some games that cover time and money as well, but I feel like we have plenty to start the year off with, and we might not even get to those topics until next year. We'll just have to see how it goes. And then I also wanted to mention that we like to utilize hopscotch for math. I found it's a great way to teach my children number recognition as well as counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s. And then I also have some math resources for them in their learning binders. And if you guys want to see our preschool learning binder, I'll be sure to link that below in the description box for you guys. But I don't quite yet have her kindergarten one updated. I'm still trying to add some things in that. But there are a few resources from the preschool one that I am keeping in her kindergarten one. Since my daughter is super into art, we really wanted to nurture that love and interest this year and go ahead and upgrade her art supplies for her. Just kind of a nice little surprise for kindergarten. And naturally we're attracted to the Waldorf method and the supplies and techniques they use, so we went ahead and got her some nice wax crayons. So we picked up the Stockmar block crayons as well as the stick crayons, though in a traditional Waldorf school they would just be using the block crayons for kindergarten. And I also picked up this nice carrying case off of Etsy, though there are other places you can find these. And I just thought this would be nice for her to have in case she wants to draw outside or on her nature walks or something like that. She'd also take it to her grandparents' house. And then I also picked up the coloring with block crayons, emphasizing the primary colors to go along with those. This is a manual for coloring techniques for teaching to children. So I just thought this would be a really good resource for me to have and instructing her this year. So it teaches the teacher all the different techniques about drawing landscapes, skies, plants, buildings, people, animals, etc. And then how to teach those to your children. And then it also covers drawing the first letters, numbers, illustrating fairy tales and fables, and more. So yeah, I just thought this would be really good for me to have. I also picked up some materials to do wet on wet watercoloring with the kids this year. Painting is something that both my preschooler and my kindergartner really enjoy, so I thought we'd go ahead and dabble into some watercoloring this year with them. So I went ahead and I picked up some watercolor paper. This is nice and large, 11 by 15, and it's 140 pound, and I would recommend getting at least 90 pound for watercolor paper. And then I picked them up each a nice large paintbrush to use. And then we got the primary colors in the Stockmar watercolor paints. And these are really concentrated, so you just need a little bit. So they do need to be quite diluted when using them. And then I went ahead and just got the 3-jar holder for when we dilute those paints to use them. And then also got them each a nice board to do their watercolor paints on. I did debate on getting wooden painting boards, but ultimately I decided to go ahead and just get these plastic ones for them for durability. So yeah, I'm excited to do some watercoloring with them this year. I also picked up some modeling beeswax by Stockmart, and you guys, everyone says this stuff smells amazing, and it truly, truly does. And this will be great for creativity and strengthening my kids' little hands for writing. And I'm just super excited to see what they create with this year. Now, handwriting is a subject that my daughter enjoys and is interested in, so we decided to go ahead and get her a formal curriculum to use this year, and we landed on handwriting level K from the Good and the Beautiful. Now, this curriculum starts out with tracing letters and numbers, and I like that there's an activity on each page for the kids to do, whether that be coloring a picture or connecting the dots or drawing a picture. There's also some mazes. And then I like how they have these orange dots to let the child know where to begin their writing at. And then the back of the book ends with them tracing some words and some sentences, as well as writing words and sentences on their own. Just a few though. So I think this will be a good fit for us, but I'll keep you guys updated. And I also went ahead and picked up this dry erase board from the Target Dollar Spot. If you guys have been following us for a while, you know how much my kids love using dry erase markers. And this board is reversible, and I like how it includes a spot for them to draw pictures on. And then I picked up some dry erase markers for them at the Dollar Tree. And then also at the Dollar Tree, I just picked my daughter up this new pencil pouch so she can store all her pencils and her little pencil grips and sharpener in there. And last, for handwriting, I just picked her up this Usborne Wipe Clean First Words book. This is kind of just an independent activity for her to do. Most of it's tracing, but there is a page at the back where they can finish the words, and one page where they can write the entire word. For practical life skills, we're going to be learning how to tie our shoes this year. So I went ahead and picked up this wooden shoe from Plan Toys. I think having this will help us be more intentional about practicing. And then I also have this nice wooden knife. We actually already had that, but I want, again, to be more intentional about having my daughter help with food prep this year. So we're going to be working on that, and then she'll have, of course, chores and just perfecting those personal hygiene skills. Okay, moving on to reading. Now, reading is a subject that I've gone back and forth with multiple times about whether we should start formal reading lessons or not. It's just really hard. It's just been a really hard decision. But ultimately, it came down to the fact that my daughter's just not interested in learning how to read quite yet. So we are going to continue to delay formal reading lessons until age 6. And I read a poem the other day that really resonated with me. I believe it was in the book, The Call of the Wild and Free. And I don't remember exactly it, but it was something along the lines of, the slower a tree grows, the sounder it is at its core, and that just really hit me hard. And so it just reassured me that going really slow during these early years is just fine. There's lots of people, you know, around us teaching their children how to read at such a young age, but I think for our family, we are going to continue to delay until age 6. That being said, we have chosen to use elemental P in all the letters A to Z this year, basically just to reinforce letter sounds and just have fun with the alphabet for another year. Now, in a traditional Waldorf school, letters aren't introduced until first grade, so about age 7. So we got the book Elemental P again. And this is just absolutely beautiful. And it includes a poem to go along with each letter. I'll give you guys a little flip through here. I also got the LMNOP individual cards. So these are the same images that are in the book, but these are nice because we can hang them on the wall, and I think we will end up hanging these in the living room. That way they're visible at all times. And this will be really great to have for my preschooler who's just learning his letters. But these are just really beautiful. And then also to go along with LMNOP, I went ahead and grabbed the manual for parents and teachers, and this includes stories and activities to go along with each letter, and it includes stories, poems, tongue twisters, ideas for drawing, and other activity ideas. So I think this will be a really good resource for us this year. Again, we're just really focusing on those letter sounds. I also went ahead and picked up these other alphabet flashcards. This is a supplementary pack and it's in lowercase letters. So this will be nice to have, and there's many different ways that we can use these throughout the years. But again, these are just really gorgeous watercolor drawings of the lowercase letters. We're also doing Spanish with the kids, so if you guys want to hear more about how we're doing that with them, let me know in the comments and I can make a video for you guys. But anyways, I went ahead and picked up these bilingual coloring books for my daughter in Spanish and English. And I went ahead and got the big book of bilingual coloring as well as the animals one. She colors anywhere from 2 to 6 coloring pages a day. So I just figured this would be a great way to kind of connect the two. So yeah, just simple images with the English and Spanish word. I also just picked up a 3-ring binder for her kindergarten portfolio. Again, this is something that's not required for us this year. However, I just thought it would be a good idea to get some practice for next year.
Alright you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing our kindergarten curriculum haul today. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear what resources and curriculum you guys are using for this upcoming school year, so let me know in the comments below. And I'd love if you would hit that subscribe button and follow us along on our homeschool journey. And if you hit that little bell icon, YouTube will notify you guys whenever I post a new video. Alright, we'll see you in the next one.